I'm Rebecca Belizaire. Welcome back to another YouTube video. And on this YouTube video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply. And I'm going to be using one bead or two bead. We're going to see. Anyways, I'm using a size 16 brush. And the size 16 brush picks up a lot of, it holds a lot of acrylic liquid. And so, you know, you just need to find what you work with, find what you're comfortable with. I'm not really comfortable with this, but I'm making it work. But, you know, you just have to find what works. Like, this is a size 10. I like a size 10, but it doesn't pick that much. It doesn't pick a big bead for me. So I'm going to buy a size 12, and I feel like that should be like an even, I don't know. So size 12, 14 is what I don't have, but 16 is a big jump. But, you know, it does the job for me. This one's for you who commented onto my TikTok saying to do a tutorial. This is not really going to be like an in-depth tutorial because you need practice. And I'm in the moment of doing my toenails, but this is not what this video is going to be about because my toenails, I'm going to drill it, make it even, shape it, then do some nail art on there. This ain't that video. I'm going to just be showing you on my practice nails. Alright, let's get to the video. I'm just chatting. Okay, so what you want to make sure that you do with your acrylic brush is that you want to saturate the bristles with the acrylic monomer that you're using. And what you're going to do is at an angle, you're going to pick up a bead. You can search up YouTube videos on how big you want the bead to be, because this is not what this video is going to be showing. So yeah, and the way you want to control the bead is just by patting it and patting the side walls and making sure that you keep that bead centered in. And you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you want to do it at a down angle so the bead can kind of like guide its way down with gravity. And all you got to do is just make sure that everything is just staying in bound. That's just how I like to think of it. And you're going to control the bead by patting, gently patting. Don't be too rough, too hard. And when you're seeing me swipe down on my the paper towels that you see with all that pink down there, I'm just cleaning the product off the bristles. Now, you can either place the bead sideways or just directly, just like that, without at no angle. When you place it sideways, it just covers more versus placing it just directly on a nail without like side angling it. I don't want to confuse y'all, but the side angle gives you more coverage versus just placing one bead directly on top of the nail tip and working with it like that. But either way it goes, the reason why I'm going sideways is because this nail bed is small, so it's like I wouldn't place the bead directly on top like that because I already know it's gonna flood out. This brand of acrylic I'm trying to get used to because it's good, especially for beginners. So yeah, it's definitely a good one, but it just takes a long time to set. This monomer takes a long time to set, and the monomer that I'm using is Mia's Secret, if I'm not mistaken. The goal when adding beads and working with the acrylic is to make everything smooth. So you want everything to seamlessly go together. Like, you do not want to say, oh yeah, there was a bead added here, a bead here. Like, you want everything to just go together all in one, just look like one, a smooth application. So what I'm doing right here is just swiping, just making that product look more smoother. You see how it's looking more smooth over here? Just keep swiping, getting it more smooth. But like I told you, this monomer takes a long time to set with this acrylic powder, so it's just like it's easy just to, if you're patting too hard, to mess it up. So it's like, just keep swiping, gently swiping until you see that it's getting smooth. And then that's what you're just doing. Like, every bead that you add, the goal is just to make it smooth, to seamlessly go together with the other beads, and just, you cannot tell where you added, you know? Even though you know where you added, they shouldn't be able to tell. So a major tip when you're picking up a bead is to wait before applying it to the nail tip. To wait till you see that the bead gets moist. Like, you shouldn't see no chalk, no dusty looking. It needs to look moist. That's how you know the bead is ready to be applied. Or whether you have enough acrylic monomer. Like, just don't apply it if it looks dry. You need to pick up another bead and make sure that the bead look moist, like how that bead was looking. Keep swiping, making sure everything looks smooth and in unison. And look at that. Smooth, no lumpy. And of course, on a realistic nail, you would drill, file, make everything look smooth. But so far as for application, if you can do the application good, you save yourself a lot of time. So
for you every time I try to resist. We can get away. Come chase beach views and then every day. All I wanna hear is an episode how we play. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you.
See, that right there is a moist bead. No dry acrylic powder beneath it. Like, everything is moist all together. It's not runny. That's a good bead. And what I'm doing, because I'm just trying to be realistic here, I'm trying to work on making sure that the cuticle area is intact. So everything needs to be in unison. It needs to be all leveled. So the cuticle area is just looking a little not so thick like the rest of the nail. So I'm like, on a realistic nail, I would have to work on that cuticle area. So that's all I'm doing, is just putting an even extremely smaller bead just to put near the near the cuticle area, and just pushing that bead, pat, and tucking it in to seal the cuticle area.
Turn me inside out, make my heart speak. Need no one else, you're all I need. Personality, everything you do makes me love everything about you.
This is what I mean when you want to let the acrylic bead self-level itself and letting gravity pull it down, because that's what that bead is doing. And all I'm doing is like patting the side and making sure everything stays inbound.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away. Come chase beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is an episode that we play. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Think I wish away. Really wanna, I just wanna get away. Sit right next to you. I wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. Around. I want you around. Around. Come through, I think I need you here. I swear it's time to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. You give all day long. Your love is one in a million. It goes on and on. You give me a really good feeling.
Now I'm going to work on that cuticle area and making sure that it matches the thickness of the rest of the nail. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, is work on that cuticle area.
Turn me inside out, make my heart beat. Need no one else, you're all I need. Personality, everything you do, it's me love, everything about you. Your smile, your style, so fly, I can't deny. I got a crush on you, that's true. I'm digging you, you make me believe. Your love is one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling. Oh yeah, baby, long. Your love is one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. It's not that I don't want you here. love the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear.
It's very important that when you see product on your brush that you're swiping, and even if you're not really taking the time to look for real, I still would just make it a habit just to swipe, just so you are making sure that there's no product that's going to be inside of your brush, because then it's going to make your brush inoperable, and then you're going to have to like restore your brush. And there's methods on YouTube to help you restore your brush. You don't have to throw away your acrylic brush, you can save them, but you know, just to avoid having to do all that, you want to be cleaning your brush throughout the application process. You want to be cleaning, making sure that there's no product that could be possibly building up inside of your acrylic brush. So just keep making it a habit to swipe, swipe, swipe. Every time you're applying a bead, just to swipe. As you're working with it, you're swiping on your paper towel.
Come through, I think I need you here. I swear it's time to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. You get all day long. Your love is one in a million. Goes on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long.
Remember that a smooth application saves you time on drilling, but even if it doesn't look and come out as smooth, you can drill.
You send your kids to college and they pledge AKA because you did. You never researched what AKA or Sigma Gamma Rho and all that was. You just did it. Then when you find out what it is, you find out the ritual they had to do to cross the burning sands and to pledge to the god of Horus. Pledge allegiance. You took an oath to an Egyptian deity. So that oath is binding. You cannot receive Christ with that oath. You have to renounce that oath. But they won't renounce the oath because they have pride in the fraternity. Everybody's in some kind of secret society where they outright pledge allegiance to other spirits.
Lock up!